Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Good Poets Gaming Podcast. Today, me and Poetic are here with Dolly Plays. Now, Dolly, I don't know all that much about you. You've been in and about my FYP for quite a while. I've seen a few bits of what you do, but try and tell us what you do, who you are, and just kind of take it away.
Yeah, so Dolly Plays is the channel name. Really, I just play what I want and just make videos on it, really. There's no sort of structure to it, really. I just think of an idea virtually straight on spot and record it, really. It's not really, nothing really too much about it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so what's the kind of like, and you might not even know the answer, and that's absolutely fine. Do you have like a long-term goal for this? Is it to eventually have it as a job or, whatever it might be?
Not really. I think it's just a hobby, and if miraculously I do get paid for it, it's a bonus, really. I think at minute it's just I enjoy doing it. I enjoy editing and stuff like that, and as long as I keep enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. So
I think that's the best way to be. Like, I think a lot of people, they come in and go, "Oh, once I've hit 1,000 followers, I can go live and I'll have 1,000 people in my live." And like, no,
yeah,
it doesn't work like that, mate.
no,
I
it's a
wish it
slow
did.
burn.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely. Okay, we'll go straight into content creation then. So, give us a bit of insight into your journey and kind of why you started, what made you start, that kind of thing.
So I've always wanted to do sort of video making and stuff like that on games. I remember, I can't remember what FIFA it were, maybe FIFA 12, 13, something like that. There were a website called Virgin Gaming, I think it were. And can you remember it? Yeah. And I played a bit of FIFA on there. And I just thought, why not give it? And I never did in end. And then start of last year, I just thought I've got a bit of adult money now. Let's buy a couple of bits and see what happens, really.
That is a dangerous thing. A gamer having adult money.
yeah, that's it. You end up getting the HDMI capture card. You got the camera. Oh, now I need a new mic. Now I need a better camera, and it just snowballs.
Yeah, because it was like I got the HDMI that Elgato capture thing, and I didn't have a laptop.
Whack that as well.
Yeah, it's about I think about 60, 70 quid, maybe even more. I don't know. And then I didn't have a laptop or anything. I think I had a really old MacBook, and there were not a chance I could even get on internet with that old. So I had to buy this. I had to buy this gaming laptop, and that set me back a big chunk. So
had to buy it.
Yeah. That's what I told Mrs. anyway.
That's it. My argument was always like, well, I could be going down the pub, but I could be getting up to all sorts. At least you know exactly where I am.
I'm just sat in my little room, just gaming to myself.
Yeah. Brilliant. Party, do you want to go?
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're right, I'll edit that out.
Do you know what?
We're keeping it in. We're keeping it in. Poetic in his own world. We're good.
Do you know what? I was having flashbacks of a conversation I had with my partner today whilst we were walking. Right, I was like, "Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna have to get the new Xbox." And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Oh, because like I want to get a gaming PC, but the next Xbox is going to be a gaming PC, so I don't have to get a gaming PC." And she was like, "Okay, fair enough." And I was like, "It's gonna be it's probably gonna be over £1,000." And she just looked at me, and I was like, "But I don't need to get a graphics card anymore."
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the graphics cards are they're like what, 400 or 500. Like I always go, I'm not a big PC gamer. Like as I say, like I'm a bit like you, Dolly. I've got my, the gaming laptop. It's all built in. The only thing I'd ever kind of put into it is like put an extra, terabyte hard drive. Whatever it might be. I wouldn't mess about with graphics or anything like that. But these people that like build custom PCs, and I think you did, didn't you, Poetic? Am I right in thinking?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
I like salute you, mate. I could not.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
No,
I know what a. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, go on, mate.
I know one of my friends has just bought a gaming PC, and I went round to his house the other day and had a quick go on it and that, and I just think it's a lot of money just for a little bit better, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't think it don't warrant paying that much money for it, especially with what games I play.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me, I'm not fussed about. I would rather. I can't think of the name. Is it Fidelity? Is how quick it runs?
Yeah.
No, fidelity is how it looks.
So I would rather, essentially, I'd rather it run smoothly than be, beautiful. You know what I mean? Ideally, but so I would much rather, pay whatever you need to pay a month on the internet bill than get a top of the range PC for the best graphics. Because 9 times out of 10, this PC can run things on like high and ultra and things like that, or this laptop, sorry, but like it's laggy, so I'll turn it down to medium, and for me, there's no discernible difference really. I don't think between there probably is, but I can't really tell.
Do you play anything on the gaming laptop?
Yeah, but the thing, probably the most graphically intense games and most stuff going on, the older games anyway, so they're like Rome Total War and things like that, where there is a lot going on, and you do need a bit of a beefy PC, especially like the remastered versions of them. But it's not. I'm not playing like Red Dead. Probably the newest game I've been playing on it is Arc Raiders for like graphical, how much it needs. But I'd love to test it, like push it to the limit. Like I got that what's it called? Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I don't know if you played it, and it's basically you don't play, but you go in and you go, right, I fancy having 1,000,000 Spartans taking on
clips on it,
100,000 World War One soldiers, and that's like so much going on. Like it crashes. It's notorious for crashing people's laptops and PCs, and mine runs it on ultra. So that's how I know that it's like it's an okay laptop. It's all right. But then, like, you'll play The Sims and it'll crash, and it's like, how's that work?
See, that's the thing with mine. I've never played a game on it. Never.
Really?
I've never played a game on it. I always just play on PS5. I've never played anything.
So are you using it mainly for, like, your content and stuff then?
Yeah. So I just use it like... I only got it just like sort of a fail-safe in case anything that I did want to play were on, like... that I had to use laptop for, if you know what I mean, but I haven't really needed to. I've never played on it, so it might have been a bit of a waste of money. I don't know, but
I don't think so. I think if it's something to like level up your content, so like I've got a bag down here, and it's got like a ring light and things. Because I used to have, because you probably know from your videos, I've recently moved house, and I had a light, but it was like behind me. Whereas this light that I have is literally like there. So I don't actually really need the ring light anymore.
Yeah.
But eventually I am going to get it like stuck on the wall. Because I just think that'll look pretty cool. But like you do end up just picking up stuff that like you don't need, don't you?
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, go for it, mate.
I think sometimes, like especially in this light, it's because them lights I've only just put up today. Them ones that I had, but when I were in old house, I had them in front of me, so my face lit up a bit more. But now I probably need to get something for in front to light my face up a bit more.
Yeah, I just can't wait for the summer because like you can already see from like there's a white screen here and then like not a white screen but a fairly light screen, and like I am pale when it all goes against you. So I need to get a bit of a tan, I think, especially with the walls. They're very neutral as well. It doesn't help me out that much.
do you know what? Yeah, I don't know if I can say this, but there is an episode that you might or may not ever hear that we've recorded where Dan admits that he adds a bit of color to his
I do on like, YouTube. I do.
Like,
there's nothing wrong with that. A bit of editing.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, I distinctly remember looking at his thumbnails, and I was like, yeah, he looks a bit tanned. And then literally like maybe like the day after we recorded an episode, and I saw him, and I was like, where the fuck did the tan go?
Exposing you.
I love it. I love it. Do you know, I'm playing God of War on stream, and I'm trying to figure out how I can edit like an actual decent beard onto me. Like, but I want it to look like I've actually grew it out because, like, as you can tell, this is the most I can grow. This is it. You know what I mean? I wish I could grow more. If I could, I'd do like a full on like Kratos
Yeah.
cosplay, but it's looking more like Atreus at the minute.
Atreus, yeah.
Shaved head,
I was gonna say.
you know. Oh
Oh.
dear.
Dolly, why Dolly Plays?
Well, my actual name's Billy, but a lot of people's nickname for me is Dolly. So I just thought, why not Dolly? I'm playing games, so just put plays on end of it and see what happens.
I like
I
it.
love it.
Although and not to make fun of your accent, but in your accent it'd be Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly. That's
If anything, it sounds better rather than my accent. Dolly. Dolly Plays, lads. Because I was always like, I always wonder why people go for like, I always find some like extravagant stories. So it's quite a nice breath of fresh air. It's like, it's my last name, mate. Like, what can I say? I like it. I like it.
So I remember I had a few ideas and that, and I just thought, there's no point in overcomplicating it. Let's just stick to something basic and that, and then it's done then, isn't it?
Yeah. It's always funny because I work in a school, I don't know if you know, and like the kids, because I've done like little things where I've like edited things for them that they've asked like, how'd you learn that? So I've ended up telling them that I do this, and they're like, well, what's your name on it? And they're like, can't really tell you that. And I'm like, if you find me, fine, you know, I'll block you, but fine. But then they're going around and going, have you played this game, Dan? This is a really good game. And I'm like, you're very close to my name there, mate. Crack on. Okay. Moving on a little bit. You kind of touched on this before, but how did you come up with your ideas? I know you said it was kind of very just straightforward, but is there any more kind of like, do you ever have an idea kind of stewing? Or is it just very rapid fire?
I think more the short term stuff, yes. So like I'll just be driving or whatever, and I'll get an idea, I'll write in my notes and stuff like that, and then I'll do it probably like in a few days' time or whatever.
Okay.
But a lot of them are just like off the cuff. So like especially like you do, Dan, where you just film a few like just talking to camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And I do that just to get a few videos in front, if you know what I mean. Just quick and easy ones to do. But the longer, more like time-consuming ones, it takes me a few days to actually like figure out if the idea is good enough. I probably get in my head a bit too much, really, with some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about both of you. I get very like that. Like I had a video recently where I've like exclusive. I don't know when it's gonna go out. It's not edited yet, but it's basically me playing the part of the Naughty Dog CEO and someone pitching Crash Bandicoot to them because it's a mad concept, and I thought there's a few things that I could twist there, which are quite good. And the more that I'm looking at it and the more I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know if this is actually going to come across the way I want it, but I'm going to post it. I am going to post it. I'm just a bit like, I need to edit this well, you know what I mean? But on that, do you edit your videos much, or is it more kind of just put the clips together, a bit of caption, bit of sound?
Yeah, so the shorter ones, there is some like sometimes when I take like clips off Arc Raiders and stuff, that takes a while to edit because like I'll record it from PlayStation 5 and then I'll like take half an hour's worth of gameplay and then I have to narrow it down to like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones where I'm just talking to camera, it's like it takes me 5-10 minutes at max to record.
Yeah.
And then you just whack them together and jobs are good.
Yeah. Which ones do you prefer?
I don't know. I think I prefer the ones that are more thought out because I think it gives me like I'm like, yes, that's actually what I wanted to do. Whereas the ones that are easy, they're easy for a reason, aren't they? Because they're not like, they're just like more like engagement based and stuff like that, where it's not like actually a proper finished product, if you will.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because, like, obviously we all, we all work, we all have full-time jobs, and what I find is you do the kind of the quick ones just to kind of get them out, and then if you get far enough ahead, then you've got a bit of time to actually do a video that you would do if you were doing it full time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in an ideal world, we'd be doing those videos every single day, and pumping out 5 of them a day, and then we
Yeah.
get banned off TikTok for posting too much, knowing what it's like.
Wait, you can actually get banned from posting too much?
Well, I think it's if you post more than like 30 in a month, then because I used to do 3 a day, like way back
Mental.
when I first started, but they were like they weren't face, they were just like CapCut edits and things like that. So they were like I could churn them out a little bit, and it wasn't like I wasn't overthinking about my voice, how I looked, my hair and stuff like that. But like I'd probably the first 10 days of the month, brilliant views, like some of them are over hundreds of thousands of views, and then the next couple of days it'd be like 200-300, and it'd just be like it'd be like very very similar videos on the same niche
Yeah.
of game. But then I started to branch out, and TikTok went, no, 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 you're not allowed to branch out. That's another question I got a bit, Dolly. What, like, how do you see the current kind of like environment with TikTok and short form at the minute?
See, me personally, I don't really get any like, I don't really get loads of comments anyway, but like negative comments, I don't really see a lot of negative comments really on my videos anyway.
Yeah.
But I think there's always that thing at the back of your mind where you're thinking, is someone gonna take piss or have a go, or like when you're posting your videos.
Yeah.
And I just think the community that like we've sort of got, like they are a good community.
Yeah.
But you get the odd one where it's like odd bad egg, if you know what I mean, and you don't really like to see that sort of thing. But
No.
I think in general, I think short form, I enjoy doing short form stuff. I do probably enjoy the longer form stuff more, like over on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot more goes into it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The annoying thing I think with TikTok and stuff is that you could do 10 of the quick videos and they'd get 100% more views than the ones that you actually put proper effort into.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that pisses me off, really.
Yeah. That's a difficult thing as well, because like for people that don't know, we post like clips now of the podcast on YouTube and things, and at the start of the year, I said one of my goals for this year was for the podcast to hit 5,000 views and listens. If you take shorts into account, we've quadrupled our goal. Like I think we're on a fair few, a 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever. But if you actually look at the who has clicked on the podcast or on like Apple or whatever, it's not quite there. So I'm kind of like, have we hit it? Have we not? Are people just kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's an annoying part for me. I feel like TikTok's good for like growth, but then you get to a point and then it doesn't show it to your followers, which I hate. I despise that. I absolutely despise it.
I see a lot of people, like I've seen a few videos of people that I follow on TikTok, and they're like they've got quite a few thousand views or whatever, and their views, considering how much like followers they've got, is just ridiculous. You're talking 300, 400 views for someone who's got 10,000 followers. It's just
Yeah. Well, it's something that I keep seeing a lot of at the minute, where like following, if you want to turn it into a business, it matters. But if you're not fussed about that, it doesn't really matter. Like, like slowly approaching 3K.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't think I'd get any more or less opportunities if I had 1K or 10K or 20K. You know, I might get the odd, you know, oh, TikTok shop, promote me, do this. But, you know, I'm not all that fussed about that kind of stuff anyway.
See, I got a message come through other day, and I've only got like about 580 followers or whatever, and it was like, you've been invited to TikTok shop, and I'm like, I don't want it. Why do you want me promoting something?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's a weird place. TikTok. The best way I would say for anyone wanting to like grow it into a business is try and like branch out. Like I use Instagram like a bit of a LinkedIn now
Oh,
for like brands and things like that, because I, I I don't know whether I should actually put like the podcast on LinkedIn. I don't know whether it'd be worthwhile. Can you imagine
Do you know what?
You might get a sponsor or two from it.
Yeah. I don't know, because
Poetic's
it would
cogs
have
are
to be a
turning
very
here now.
Yeah.
it would have to be a very specific episode, right? Like, yeah, it would, like, I assume probably no swearing. So
Wait,
so,
did you
so
think I meant like putting GPGP on as a person, like as an account?
oh
Not, not.
Just posting all
yeah,
episodes on LinkedIn.
That'd be good though.
GPGP as a person.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
or like, because then technically we could say we were CEOs, technically, and marketing directors. You know, social media,
Get it all on
project
your
managers.
CV.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh dear.
Uh, whilst we're on the topic of like content and stuff, how do you determine what? Because you mentioned briefly, like you unsure about whether or not it's a good idea or not. What does that process look like for you? Where you're like, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna kill this idea, or I'm gonna move forward with this idea.
Yeah. The problem with me is when I have a few videos in front. So
Yeah.
let's say I film a video on Sunday, and then it gets to Wednesday when you're looking at posting it, and I watch it back and I think that's shite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on when I filmed it on Sunday, I thought it was a very good idea, and then Wednesday it's like that is rubbish. And I just think that's what gets in my head too much about if it's filmed too far in front,
Yeah.
then there's always that like thing in my mind that switches, and I think, oh, that's crap. That. What about if someone I know sees that? That's crap. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that's what sort of triggers in my head, as if to say, "No, I'll not bother posting that," and then I'll just do another quick one. Do you know, like just another quick video from out my head.
Yeah. Have you ever posted one that you thought was crap?
Well, they're all crap. I don't know.
No, they are not.
They're not.
Get in the bin. No, they're not.
No, I have posted a couple of ones where I just like some of the like Arc Raiders clips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like clip them all up and I think it's probably just it's like a filler video, if you know what I mean, just to post them at that day. But I think I've got a bit better with that, where if I haven't got anything to post, I just won't post. And I think that's sort of that mindset where it's like I don't have to post every day if I don't want to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know whether you're like that or.
Yeah.
You're grinding at the minute, Poetic, though, aren't you? With your content.
Yeah, but I similar to you, Dolly. I will batch record a bunch of stuff, and similar to you, that I will come across some things like on a Sunday. I will sit down. I'll record like 12 or 14 shorts, and then I will edit them each day, and then upload it on the day I've edited, and I'll rewatch some, and I'm like, on Sunday this sounded like a brilliant question, and today I'm just watching it, I'm like, who on earth would even ask that? But the reason why I ask is like there was one day where I was like, I edited it, and then I rewatched it back, and I was like, I'm not gonna post this, and I decided to post it, and it was one of my most engaging videos.
Yeah.
It's
So
usually the way.
yeah, and like there'll be videos where, like, there's one video where so I went through a period of doing skits, which I might go back to doing, right? And it's basically, it was a really simple concept. It was me um, playing Call of Duty with my mouse, but pretending that I was playing on PC. But then like it will cut, and I'm actually playing on Xbox, right? And I thought, I was like, oh, this is fucking brilliant, right? I was like, this is gonna go viral, and it didn't. It
Yeah.
it absolutely didn't, right?
300 view
But
jail.
Yeah.
no, it's even worse than that, right? I think the most liked comment, and this was on Instagram, right? The most liked comment, which I think got like 5 likes, right, was someone's asking why I'm using the mouse, not on the mouse pad. like literally, like, and I was just sat there thinking, like, yeah, no, I'm a terrible judge of like my own content. Like,
Mate,
terrible
I
judge.
don't think you can judge it. Like, I think it's so hard to like know what's gonna do well and what's not. One of my most viewed videos is me talking about where you're from in games, and because like I have a very slight lisp. Well, probably people probably go, it's not very slight, but I have a lisp.
I just assumed it was your accent.
Yeah, definitely. At least that makes you. But I had a very slight list, so I actually said the word Scouser wrong in one of my videos. So apparently I've watched it back and I never. But apparently people think that I said it as like Scouser, like American. So I just
Right, yeah.
got comment after comment after comment going fucking wool. You're not from Liverpool, and that's on like 90,000 views or something silly. Like just from that, like someone commented something a little bit upsetting, and it just went snowballed. But that was when I was in a phase of I will reply to every comment. So there are actually like you'll look on the thing and it'll say like 1,000 comments. Half of them are me, like replying to the other 500 comments, and I got out of that now. But I've got out of that so much that I think I'm about a week behind on actually replying to comments now. I'm getting so bad at it, and even like the GPGP comments, I need to get up on that. And Poetic shaking his head, and he's saying,
No,
you're not putting your weight
I'm
down.
shaking.
Nah, I'm doing everything over here.
Yeah.
Nah, not even. But I'm shaking my head because I'm terrible at replying to my comments, right? And like, I will read all of them, and it's like I'll be laying in bed, and I'm like reading the comments, right? And I'm like, gosh, like these are some brilliant takes, or like a person's changed my perspective on things.
Yeah.
And then I'll start typing, and then my missus will turn around and be like, "Yep, off to bed now." And I'm like, "Okay," and she'll just stare at me, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'll turn the phone off." And then before you know it, a week's gone past, and I'm like, "God, I've got like hundreds of comments to reply to." So yeah, I'm also guilty of that.
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because like, and don't get me wrong, I love the amount of comments that I get, but when a video does really well, like my most successful video has got 350k views, I think. That did really, really well, and I was made up because it was like in the first 3 weeks of me doing content, and that gave me like a big push. It was a stupid video. It was pure luck. But that video, you can imagine how many comments a video doing that many views gets.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, this is great, but I've got to reply in some way to these now. And I remember I would reply to the comments and I'd refresh it, and it'd be double the amount of comments that I just replied to. And in the end, I just kind of had to go, nah, I'm checked out of that video. So if people comment on that video, I kind of set a rule. If you comment on a video that's like a month old, unless it's like a really like, if it's like a tutorial video and someone's gone, oh, you never did this, can you help me with this? I'll see a notification bar and go, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll reply to that one. Or if it's just like, this is a good video, I'll be like, okay, might not reply to
Cheers for that,
that.
lad. Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah. Oh dear.
Oh man.
Right. Should we
Dolly.
move on? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. I was gonna ask. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm still gonna ask it. Are you a retro or modern gamer?
I don't know. I enjoy the retro stuff more. I think
Ooh,
like the
Okay.
PS3s, sort of, because I've got shed loads of PS3 stuff. But I tend to post a lot more of the current side of things, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So would you say you fall into, if you had to pick, would you fall into the retro content creators or the kind of the modern?
I would say
there is
modern
a
because
difference.
because I post more of the modern games, whereas I enjoy personally the older stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair, I think. That's fair.
Right.
I mean,
Well, you're probably more modern, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
It depends. I think short form, if I do clips, usually it's modern. I've got like 30 clips that I keep meaning to edit from Astrobot from all the streams that I've done on that.
Yeah.
But streaming wise, I tend to play games that I really enjoy, and most of them are like, at the minute I'm playing like Spyro. I usually play like Total War, like I mentioned before, and like the PS2 type stuff. But just on that, you said you play a lot of PS3 stuff, and that's more retro. So where is the line for retro for you?
I don't know. See, I would say PS3 would be classed as retro. I don't think PS4 at the minute is retro.
No.
I
How
think
old will PS3 be now?
20?
22.
Must be close to 20.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe.
If not
I
more.
think it came out
If not more.
2000. I want to say 2007. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
that sounds about right.
I think in my head, the thing with retro is if you had a table in your house, right? I've made this up in my head, but I like it, so I'm running with it. If you had a table in your house, which the table is the PS3, you're unless it's a very good table, you're very unlikely to get rid of it. You're sorry, after 20 years, you're likely to have got rid of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah,
that's what defines retro. I think 20 years is the kind of cut off. But then I think that means we're all retro, doesn't it?
If you're retro,
I had a point to what I was going to say, and then I can't remember what it was. But
it was in there somewhere, I think.
Yeah. That's usually how this podcast goes.
Anyway, see, my view of retro is, and it's a really simple one, right? Is if the latest COD and the latest FIFA or EA FC aren't shipping on that console is now considered vaguely retro.
Yeah.
Right? And then after a few years of that happening, then yeah, it's fully retro.
Yeah.
That's a good way of thinking about it, actually.
Yeah. For a second then I thought you said it's hearty retro, and I was like, okay. Weird take, but okay.
How long usually is it?
What was that, sorry?
How long usually is it before they only... So like, how long would you say? So like, let's say PS4. How long was it before they don't bring out the new one on it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they still ship. Like Warzone, at least, is still being supported on the thing.
I think
like
the way it's... Sorry, go on. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, I was gonna... That's all right, mate. I think to put into perspective, I'm pretty sure Fortnite isn't... Like, I'm pretty sure I read some of that. They're not gonna support... is one of the live service games, I'm assuming it's Fortnite, I don't know, but wasn't going to be supported on the PS4 anymore.
Oh, well, okay.
But conversely, I mean, looking at the other way, right? I'm pretty sure the latest EAFC didn't ship on the Switch, the OG Switch, and that can't really be considered retro. I mean, it was kind of retro when it landed in terms of specs, but
yeah. Poetic throwing shade today.
No, I absolutely, mate, I have like 3 Nintendo Switches, so.
Do you think it's any good?
Do I think it's any good?
Yeah.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
I'll go second one because our lass has just got second one, and I've played it, and I don't think it's that great. I don't know whether it's not my type of games that she's got.
I'm gonna step back for this. But Jesus,
I might have. Sorry.
No, do you know what? Personally, I think that it is. I think it's. I don't know, because I only get Nintendo consoles to play a handful of games, right? So, a Super Mario game, a Legend of Zelda game, and Mario Kart. And so I feel like the previous Switch, like if you look at like Breath of the Wild, you could tell that that console was struggling to play that game, right? And so now I feel like the Switch 2 can play those games. However, that being said, I feel like the Switch 2 is what the Switch 1 should have been when it came out.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I don't necessarily know if it's good, quote unquote. That being said, I love it. So yeah, I'm probably not the best person to ask, but
it might just be games she's got.
Your brain was going like different directions.
What games does she have?
Well, she came with is it Mario Kart World? I think.
Yeah,
nice.
And then she's got Animal Crossing, which is just not a bit of me at all.
No.
It's probably just games she's got. Really,
yeah, I mean,
I might have to try and buy one for myself.
Yeah, I mean, like, apparently Resident Evil looks amazing on there, and yeah, I mean, yeah, Animal Crossing's not my cup of tea.
No,
at all. So yeah, no comment.
I think I played it for about 5 minutes the other day, and I thought,
yeah, the Animal Crossing community is not a community I want to get in trouble with. No comment.
You know, I found out that my mother had been lying to me through Animal Crossing.
Why?
Genuinely. So, I was born on the 30th of April, right?
Oh, yes, I remember you saying this.
When you go into Animal Crossing, it says, like, you know, put your birthday in, and when it's your birthday, we'll do a little whatever for you, a little party and stuff. So, oh, that's cool. So I put it in, and it went, oh, 30th of April, that means you're a Taurus. So, no. My mum always told me I'm an Aries. No. Not that it matters at all, but I remember kind of, you know, that thing of like...
realization.
Yeah, like, what, have you been lied to? And my mum was like, oh, I didn't think I was, because, like, you know, and she went on a phone, like, probably the first smartphone she'd ever had, and, like, glasses down like that. Like, oh yeah, it's you're actually a Taurus. Sorry about that, Dan. I'm like, no, it's okay. Thanks for that, Mum. And then
Dan.
Sorry, go on.
Go on. No, I was gonna say you're just sat there reading your like gaming horoscope. Like,
yeah,
you should play this game today.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? It was the fact it said so that means you're a Taurus, and I clicked no, and it went put your birthday in again. So I clicked okay, that's right, yes. So you're a Taurus, and I was like no, and I must have done that for like 10 times before I kind of went, Mom, what's going on here?
Getting increasingly more annoyed. Why does it keep calling me a Taurus?
Yeah, which means I call people out on bull. That's what I take from it.
Me and Dolly don't like Animal Crossing because it's just not our type of game. You don't like it because you were lied to.
Yeah,
That's a
PTSD.
Brings back bad memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just if someone says Animal Crossing, I start shaking in the corner. It's horrendous.
I'm gonna buy you a copy of Animal Crossing.
Mate,
Oh,
do it,
don't
I'll
play
sell
it.
it.
Don't play it.
Do it, I'll sell it. Near's cash converters, come pick it up. I'll sign it. I'll sign it and send it off. Oh dear. Oh, I think I'd devalue it more if I signed something around Animal Crossing. It'd be like
Put a smudge mark on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see you on Craig's gaming corner as one of the crackheads, right?
Yeah.
Like...
That's such a good series.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
There's a few, just going back to like creators and stuff like that. There's a few creators in like the TikTok space, I suppose, that it doesn't matter what their hook is, because some of them it'll be like, if it's not a good hook, I'll scroll past. But
Yeah.
there's a few where I see the name and I'm like, I'm staying. And that is Craig's Gaming Corner. Obviously, the people that I'm like good friends with would be like Poetic and Poetic, Coach Marv, Game Matter. They're the three I'm good friends with. But then like Craig's Gaming Corner, 8-Bit Barber, Boxy Hearty, Retro Vibe, you know, all these guys are like, I'm staying here. No matter what this video is, it could be the worst video ever, I'm staying till the end.
Yeah, I do like Craig's that Crackhead series. It is quite funny.
It's so good.
Yeah, nice.
Have you ever watched? Sorry, going off on tangent. Have you ever watched one of Craig's lives?
Is that the one where they just well they just blurt out games, don't they? And it just doesn't pick them up from the shelf.
The energy, it's just like it's
like TARDIS, isn't it? It just keeps expanding off.
Yeah,
camera.
no, honestly. Sorry, go on.
Go on. No,
we're not in sync this podcast at all. Like we're proper cutting each other off. It's fine though. The thing that I like about it reminds me of like, you know, the old like Storage Wars where the guys that's what they like with the games.
No, for me it's like I will sit there, and then someone will say like the most obscure game, like, oh, do you have like Rugrats Family Adventure on the PS1? And he'll be like, yeah. And it literally, like, a second later, just pulls it out.
Yeah, it knows exactly where it is.
Yeah. What the fuck? And then
it's absolutely
someone will say something, and then he'll be like, oh, do you know what? I don't have that version, but I've got the American version. And I'm just like, mate, like,
it's mental. It's mental. Like, my collection is, do you see the Rubik's Cube up there? And there's like a few little boxes underneath it. That's it. That's all I have. I probably have more tat than actual games on that shelf. To be honest, it's actually crazy. Speaking of games, shall we move on to the gaming section? To the second section of the podcast.
Yeah. Well,
fire away.
I've got two questions. Firstly, what games do you decide to play for yourself, and then what games how do you decide what games you're going to play for yourself, and then what games you're going to play to farm clips or make content?
See, I really do like big RPG open world games. So like, you know, Kingdom Come.
Oh my
I got it in there. I got it in there. I had to. I'm sorry, Poetic.
Yes.
It's been about half an hour, 45 minutes. We've got to get it in.
Can I just say something? I've been on, like, obviously trying to get the podcast going a bit more and stuff like that. I have like looked up what keyword terms we come up for, and we are in like the top 20% of podcasts for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like it's actually like,
I thought I'd have to carry on the trend. It's got to be every episode.
Yes. Good man.
Oh.
But yeah, that type of game, I try and play that myself purely because I think you need to. There are types of games where I think you just need to sit there, and I'm sort of contradicting myself because I did a couple of clips on Kingdom Come when I was playing it, but you just sit there and just enjoy the game to yourself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do
similar with like
play for them, would you?
Like Claire Obscure and stuff like that. When I played that last year, I did like a couple very sort of cinematic clips, if you know what I mean. But the actual gameplay I just did myself. But I do struggle at times, especially because I've not streamed since I don't know what it is, November last year or something like that.
Okay.
And I do struggle to pick games where I think, do I just want to play this because I want to play it, or do I want to play it because I know more people will come in, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not really a mindset which I would suggest people get into, if you know what I mean. I think you should just play for what you want to play.
Yeah, it's difficult. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to ask, why did you stop streaming?
It's going to carry on the whole podcast.
I don't know. Around November time was when we like sort of we're going through process of buying a house, and it's obviously just then Christmas came round, and then January we were still buying a house, and then February came and we'd got a house. So I've just not had no time this last month, and I think
fair.
In back of my head I just keep putting it off and off and off, but I do want to get back into it, especially now like gaming set up sorted and that.
Yeah, buying a house it takes a while. It takes a long, like we've been living in the house for 6 months and it's still not like where we want it. It's getting there, but you know, I mean, my room's done, so I'm happy.
That was the first one that I was getting done. As soon as I get this room done, everything else will can wait.
Yeah, that's it. I've got my office. I call it an office space. Me kind of thing is if I eventually end up being able to do this as a job, we can take this as a business expense and it comes off the price of the mortgage. That's the thing that I keep telling the missus is like a little thing. Like, oh, it'll save us money in the long run, trust me. It probably won't, but you know what I mean. Oh dear. What did you stream on?
What platform?
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Yeah. And how did you find that compared to like other platforms?
When I first ever streamed, which were middle of last year, start of last year, I think. I did it on YouTube. And I did I can't remember, Marvel Rivals, I think it were. And I didn't really get much engagement or anything like that, people coming in or whatever. When I went over on Twitch, I played not Dark Souls, Bloodborne.
Yeah,
nice.
Souls-like games do very well.
Yeah, and I played through Metal Gear Solid, the first one.
Nice.
Yeah, but I also at the same time were doing it to TikTok as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is about TikTok lives that I just it don't really float my boat. I don't think.
No,
I don't know why.
I think I started on TikTok Live and it's great. I think what I don't like about it personally is you can see when people come in and come out. Whereas with Twitch, unless you've got like a plugin, you don't see that, and you can actually turn the view account off, which I quite like to do because I've spoken about it before. Because then I don't change who I am for whether I've got 100 people or 10 people. Like the other day, I was streaming and I ended the stream and it said like average viewers 5. I was like, oh, I've never hit 5 average viewers before. That's quite cool. I thought I was speaking to no one, but people were lurking. You know what I mean? And it's quite a nice feeling. But then there's the flip side of that, where you think you're speaking to 5 people and you go to your stream, so it's like average viewers 1, and that's me watching my own stream. But you know,
the small wins. You know, even if I'm watching it, someone's watching it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's sick. We touched on this briefly, but what would you say the holy grail of your collection is?
I don't know. See, my collection's it's not very vast, if you know what I mean. It's similar to yours. It's only this bookshelf over here. There's nothing really else, really. I would have to say PS3 because I play that most, if you know what I mean, like retro wise. So I would say that. But my I don't really know. The Heavy Rain, maybe, that I purchased originally, like the original Heavy Rain. So it's not one that I bought with my adult money. It was the original from when I used to properly have it. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
That was the that was the game that I played where it was like it introduced me to moral choice games, and I think it was one of the forerunners of like.
Yeah. I think there's one before it, but I cannot remember the name because I posted it to TikTok, and then someone in comments said that there were one more, but it was quite old. But that's the first one that I'd seen.
Yeah, like the only gripe I had with Heavy Rain was the bloody 6-axis palaver that you had to do, especially on the driving bit where you're like,
yeah, driving that motorway.
And you do that, and one of the because I think I platinumed Heavy Rain, and
it's a trophy one in a minute.
Yeah, to do it with no mistakes, but that needs to be so precise, and it took me, honest to God, about 50 tries or something. Hated it.
I love it. It's up there with one of the best games ever. I think Heavy Rain. I think it's brilliant. I don't know why.
I would have to agree, and me and Poetic, with another creator, doing a top 10 games, and I'm looking at it thinking, might have to add Heavy Rain into that mix somewhere.
Yeah, it's in my top 3, definitely.
This is going to sound controversial. I bought Heavy Rain day one, popped it in, played it for like 10 minutes, and then I was like, nah. Hopped on COD.
Right, that's it. I'm going. I've had enough.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Never
say that again.
First walkout.
Blasphemy.
Do you know what? I will give it a chance. I will give it a chance.
Don't lie to me like that. It's fine.
The thing is, my entire like 90-something% of my collection is at my mum's in boxes, and I hope it's all okay.
You've said this a lot. You've said this since we started the podcast. Have you not been to like go see your mum since the start of the podcast? Like,
no, do you know what? The thing is, right? This is a very small room, right? And it would have to go in this room, but there is physically nowhere to put all of those games and like consoles and stuff. So I'm having to wait until we move, and then I get a much bigger space.
Yeah.
And then and then I will sneakily buy a whole bunch of games as well that I don't currently own, and then just be like, yeah, I've always had this many games.
Yeah.
Quiet down. Quiet down.
I know, I like it.
What games have you got most of? If you don't mind me asking. What console have you got the most games for?
Oh, good question.
That's a great question. It would have. Oh gosh, it would have to be between. I'm probably going to say the Xbox 360. Only because I basically got every single Call of Duty that came out apart from Modern Warfare on Xbox.
Right.
Because that's where all my friends were playing. So
yeah.
And also, like, I went through this phase of like, I want to say Digital Foundry, but I'm pretty sure Digital Foundry wasn't a thing. But I'd basically check which platform the game performed better on, and I'll just buy it on that. And it was usually the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you have both both consoles then? So like Xbox 360 and a PS3? Is it PS3 that time?
Yeah, PS3.
So,
yeah. So I'm really lucky. I basically own every console that has come out since I've been born. Well, every mainstream console.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
Have you still got them all?
Yeah. Again, they're at my mum's. The one that
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, no. The one that I'm most worried about is my original Xbox and my GameCube. Those are the two I'm really worried about. Because I haven't seen those in years, right? And my mum has a habit of sending things like to the Ivory Coast where I'm from. So I'm sure like one of my cousins is probably out there enjoying
playing Halo from like 2004.
Yeah. So but yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I'm going to
Um,
segue this now. So, Halo for a lot of people was their favorite game. Dolly, what was your favorite game?
bloody
Nice,
hell,
nice
Dan.
segue. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to put Heavy Rain up there.
Yeah.
That is definitely. And then God of War 3 is definitely up there as well.
Is that like one of the like original God of Wars? Yeah.
Original one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you excited about the remake?
I am, yeah. Are they remaking all three or just the third one?
I think they're remaking all three, but I'm assuming they're gonna combine them into one game.
Ah, right, yeah, like the Metal Gear does.
That'd be a good idea, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you reckon if they did that, they would kind of market it as like, you get like, I know they're not the same type of game, but like you get Spyro Reignited or Crash Insane Trilogy. Do you reckon they market it like that, or they just kind of go God of War and it'd literally just be you do this and then the next level is the next game? Like,
Yeah.
How do you reckon they market that?
I don't know. I've got the Metal Gear one, which I don't even know what it's called. It is in there somewhere.
I think it's just Metal Gear Collection Volume 1.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So they do it like that, and then you go into it and you have to download each game separately, I think.
Right, okay.
So maybe they do it like that, but they'll definitely, because to me, the 2018 and Ragnarok are two just completely separate games. I enjoy the old trilogy a lot more than I enjoy the new ones.
I've heard that a lot.
Playing through God of War like 2018, and I don't know whether it's because I'm playing it on stream or because like there's been a few days where I've played it and I'm a bit tired or I'm trying to interact with chat while playing it, but I'm just a bit like I feel like I'm trudging through it. Like I feel like I'm in mud playing the game. Like like kind of just I'm a bit like am I playing this for me or am I just playing it because people have told me to play it? And I'm at the point where I might kind of do a stream or two more, and if it's not hitting for me, I might just kind of go, listen, this ain't my type of game. I tried it, not for me. I will admit the combat is very nice. I do enjoy the combat, but I wish there were more like big bosses and like there's a few times where like there'll be a boss comes out and it'll be like, oh, this is actually going to be quite a difficult fight, and I'll stand back and just fire arrows at him with the Atreus, and I'm a bit like,
Have you played the old ones?
No, I haven't. This is like my first go of God of War.
Yeah, for me, I don't know about you, Poetic, as well. If you played them,
I haven't played the first one.
So God of War 3 is obviously Greek mythology and stuff like that, and I think I don't know whether there's 8, maybe 9 of them who are all Greek gods, and they are difficult, massive, like cinematic set piece, like fights. Whereas in 2018, I just think they've dragged it out so much in 2018, and they've changed obviously to Norse mythology, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a bit. A lot of people say it's good, but I think it's a bit of a moneymaker, if you know what I mean. You've got the very good IP there, and you just did it need to make another game out of it? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like that 2D one. I don't know whether you played that, but that looks rubbish. That looks funny.
Do you know what? I was super excited about that because I was like, do you know what? Like, they're not going to charge like £70, right? So it's going to be a cheap game. It's probably going to be a quick and easy game. I was like, yeah. And then they showed it, and I was like, what on earth is this? Like, oh yeah.
It's so like left field to what people would associate with God of War, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how well it's done or whatever, but
no, I'm assuming not great because they haven't come out after like a week and said, "Oh, it sold this many millions." Like, so
I didn't really hear much about it neither. Like people making content about it or all like that.
Yeah,
no.
And that's never a good sign. I don't think with how many people jump on trends and stuff.
But touching on the remake, I personally, I think what they should do is literally combine all the games into one game, so there's like a seamless transition across the three.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna remake it, you might as well go all out, right? But we'll see. Sony have made some weird decisions in the past, so
yeah.
Yep.
Don't really trust them with a lot of things nowadays, do you?
nah, definitely not.
That'd be a good idea, though, I think. Doing it like a full seamless set piece, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think be a bit like different compared to other people who have remade things. But
yeah, exactly.
I think we definitely need like the remasters and the remakes are good, but if they can like add something in there that's like nice and unique, like I'm looking forward to Black Flag personally.
yeah.
But I don't want them to just go, here's Black Flag with better graphics and better controls. I want it to be like, oh, now you've, even if it's just like, oh, now you've got a little parrot that comes round, you know, just something silly.
Just something different to make you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Well, but then you'll get like one camp of people that are like, this isn't the game that I fell in love with all those years ago, right? This is a completely different game. So that's the difficulty with doing remakes.
Yeah, that's the fine line that they have to tread into.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're remaking Halo and they've added sprint. And like the amount of people that were like, what the fuck? Why are you adding sprint? Like, this is not the original Halo. And I'm just there like thinking like, in the last level, I think it's one of the last levels where you basically have to like run and like leave the stage. Sorry for any spoilers, but you've had like 25 years to play this game. Sprint would have helped so much. It would have helped so much. But yes, sorry, Dan, what were you gonna say?
I can't remember now. that was it. That was it. We I think a good examples of remakes. I don't know if I think they're remasters, not remakes. Is the Spyro and Crash Bandicoots, how they remade it, because they have literally reskinned them and like added stuff that just makes it a bit mad. Like on Spyro, I didn't even notice, but someone came into my chat and he went, "Do press this thing of buttons and this will happen." And I thought it was going to be like an Alt F4 type of thing where it like crashed the game or something. And I did it and did all the buttons, and I looked at Spyro and he's wearing sunglasses, and I was like, that's sick, you know.
That's good, that, isn't it?
And like there are some like questionable decisions, like you can do a cheat code that makes Spyro black, which is like a questionable.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, that's not
it is cool. So now my Spyro is black with shades. So he's the coolest guy.
It's like a completely different game though, like when you put stuff like that in. If you know what I mean. Like it gives people maybe like a new, I don't know how to say it, like a new
breath of fresh air.
Yeah, sort of like that. Like it's not just the same game, it's something a little bit different. Which is like what I think is what they need in these remakes, I think.
Yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure they have them, but when they like remade like Lara Croft and things like that, they know, keep the bit that you can trap the butter in the fridge. Like keep that bit in. You know, like with Spyro, you still want all the little hidden gems and having to try and figure all that out. And you know, you want the little Easter eggs and things. You know, you don't want that taken out. Or like, I love developers where a glitch will happen and content will be made on it and people will enjoy that glitch so much that they kind of just go, it's part of the game now.
Yeah.
You know, they don't try to fix it. I quite like that. Obviously, if it's game breaking, fix it. But if it's not, leave it alone. You know,
can't get past the second stage. Yeah, leave it as part of the
game.
Oh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Dolly, what would you say is your favorite gaming memory?
Ooh, I would go between. It'd have to be between two CODs. Played it with everyone from school. So Modern Warfare 2.
Okay,
and then Black Ops 1, I think it was.
I loved Black Ops 1.
Yeah, especially the zombies level, which is the one where you chase the scientists round. Is that the first one?
Is it Kino?
No, I think it's one of them where I think at the start you're all presidents, I think.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, what's it called now?
The name. That's gonna do my head in.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name either.
It's not 5. No, it's not 5. I can't remember what it's called.
It's something like that though.
Yeah, but that's up there, and then obviously playing like Mike Myers on Rust and stuff like that on Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
That's quick scope, no scope, and had the bragging rights at school the next day. I think that's
See, I used to have to turn down all the invitation we made to play in that because I'd go on and I'd just get battered.
Oh yeah, I was shit.
I wasn't good. The only thing I was good at was Mike Myers because I was nippy around the map and stuff like that. But anything else, I was terrible at.
It'd get me right. I'd just start like hard scoping when we were playing quick scope, no scope, and everyone would just get face on, and it's like I can't do it. What do you want me to do? It's just shooting practice for you at this point.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay, so we move on to game and hot takes. So usually me and Poetic don't have one ready, so we kind of pick one on the fly. Do you have one ready?
Ooh, I've been thinking about. I don't know whether it's an hot take, but I think so. I think companies who are more microtransactions and stuff will make gameplay worse, so that people will buy stuff in the store. I think. So
I don't think that's what I take. I think that's facts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was thinking about it all week. I thought, is that just common knowledge?
Yeah.
Because it's like with FC26, first 4 weeks, it were like really good game, and I bet no one were buying packs, and then they made it absolutely rubbish. So everyone were in store buying packs because I can't play FC26 now at all. I think it's Ultimate Team anyway. I can play career mode and that every now and again, but Ultimate Team.
That's all I play FIFA 4 now.
Yeah, I've just fell out with Ultimate Team
or whatever. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
So
I'm gonna go off on a tangent.
I do agree, and I think you're right, but at the same time, I think microtransactions do have their place when it doesn't affect gameplay. So prime examples, I think, are Fortnite and Rocket League. So you can buy skins for the cars, you can buy skins for and some of these skins are extortionate prices, but you do with your money what you want to do. Whereas with FC26, you can be the best player in the world, but if your entire ultimate team is from League One and you're going up against someone who has a full team of legends, it's either you're gonna play really boring and win, or you're gonna get absolutely slaughtered. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes about it. I sounded like that guy on that Vine, and didn't I? The ifs, buts, or maybes. I do absolutes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think
wasn't he a Liverpool fan?
He was, yeah. If you
is that when he was talking about Sadio Mane?
Yeah.
Is that one?
I think so.
Yeah. And what did he say afterwards? What he said? If you hadn't had balls, she'd be your uncle, but she's not. So she's not. Can we get him on the podcast? I know he's not in the game, but that'd just be hilarious. That would be class. But yeah, I think I do agree with you. But I do think when done correctly, microtransactions do have their place.
I just don't think they should be as expensive, especially for skins, because that's just ridiculous. Just for a visual effect, you should be like, I know on COD and stuff like that, it's like 20 quid for a skin, and I just think, why? Like, make it a quid or something like that, and they'd get they probably get enough sales as it is anyway. But
but being devil's advocate here, and I don't do this personally, but I know that there are some people who would buy a game to then have it sit on their shelf for hundreds of pounds. Is that not the same thing?
Ooh.
I'm not saying you're wrong when you're
Yeah.
right. I'm just trying to make you think and get the
Yeah,
debate going a
I
bit.
know what you mean. But that's something like tangible, isn't it? Whereas they could like switch that game off tomorrow and you'd never have it anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas they've got that on the shelf for however long they want it on shelf for.
Yeah.
And its value normally would retain. Whereas those, it's like you are having to rely on game like developers or whatever to keep that game going, or they're gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad. It's mad. I'm trying to think of my hot take. Do I have a hot take today?
Do you know what? My hot take.
Go on.
I'm laughing because this is. I'm not even sure if this is correct, right? Because I'm thinking about some of my favorite games, and they're not from. A lot of them aren't from this generation, but I feel like this current generation has had overall better games than any previous generation.
Ooh.
As an average.
Yeah. You don't. That's like that is an hot take. So I don't think I hear that from many people.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like,
because and yeah, the reason why I say that is like at the start, like every year, more or less, from I'd say about 2022, we've had a whole bunch of games come out each year where we're basically like any one of these games could win Game of the Year, and it's already happened this year with like Procopia and Resident Evil Requiem, and we're only a quarter through the year.
Yeah.
And there's Crimson Desert coming out next week.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I'm just like, I can't remember a year where, like, outside of this current generation, where it wasn't obvious who was going to win Game of the Year. I mean, this year's probably going to be GTA 6. But
yeah. That's the anomaly, though, isn't it? It's like that's always going to win whatever year it comes out.
Yeah.
I think because people have waited so long. But when you say that, is it like, so you mean in general over every console, or like in specific consoles, or?
No, I think in general over all consoles. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I think there have been better games if you go back. Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Super Mario Sunshine. And I don't necessarily know if there's been a better Mario game, but the consistency of how many great games we're getting is better today than it is like in PS4 generation.
I'd agree. I agree.
I
think.
Yeah, I would agree, because to be honest, it's been, and it might just be because I do content now, but it's been a while since there's been consecutive years where, like, because of like, you know, bills and whatever else, you have to be selective with what games you pick. And this year, like, I really, 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 really want to buy Crimson Desert next week.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not going to be able to, because I'm putting my money aside for GTA 6 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like, they're my two. I'm sorry, Fable as well. They're my three for this year, because I've never played the Fable
just
game.
Adding to the list.
Me neither.
I've
never played Fable neither.
Yeah, I was literally like, people talk about, you know, they had like the PS1, then they went to PS2, then when a lot of people did PS2, got PS3, it was crap, got an Xbox. You know what I mean? I was loyal. I stuck with my PlayStation.
Me too.
Even when everyone else went Xbox, and all my mates. I remember one of my mates buying an Xbox just so he could play with all the other mates from school. And
that was me.
Yeah. Well, this is how introverted I was. I was so introverted that I kind of went, "You're all going to play Xbox. Oh, fine. I'll stay over here and play my single player games. I'm quite happy." You know what I mean? Like, I remember, and this is going to sound really bad, but I remember I'd get party invitations on my PlayStation and go like, like, I'd be like in the middle of like Red Dead Redemption, and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to play FIFA or COD. I want to play this story. This is more me."
That's why it's good that you can just put offline now.
I'm
they don't
always
even know
offline.
you're doing it.
I'm always offline.
Just lurking offline.
So you know on the PS5 you've got the welcome hub, yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, Dan's earned this trophy, and I was like, when the fuck was this guy online?
Yeah, like I'll be there streaming, and you'll be on the PlayStation. You go, he's streaming, but he's not online. How is he doing this? He's a wizard. What was your hot take again? The generation thing.
Oh, that this generation has had the most best consistent games.
Yeah. So my point was that you need to be so select. There's not been such a plethora of games that I have wanted. Like I think like PS2, it was more like, you know, obviously it would be mum and dad getting them, but it'd be like the movie tie-in games like the Harry Potters and you know, the odd Disney game, because the Disney games back then were really good. And then PS3 started to become a bit more like darker, like, you know, the Infamous and things like that. But I can't think of I couldn't pick out 10 games that I'm like they were amazing on the PS3. I can't pick out 10 for the PS2. I could probably pick out 10 for the PS1.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But then PS4, PS5, it's like I had real games on.
Yeah. Yeah, and do you know what? This is going to sound like such a first world problem, and it is, right? But like, back when I had like a GameCube, an Xbox, I got the PS2 very late on, right? But it was fine because I'd get 2 games on the GameCube a year, 2 games on the Xbox a year, and it was fine, right? Like, because I'd have 4 games, I'd be fine. Now it's like, oh shit, 7 games that I want to play come out this month, and I'm just like sat there like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna play EAFC Manager mode.
Yeah, it's the Netflix problem, isn't it? You spend so much time scrolling and what you want to get, you can't pick the one.
So I'm in that problem at minute. So I've just finished. What game we now? Oh, Mafia, the Old Country.
Oh,
I still need to play that. Well,
yeah,
I've played it. Sorry, I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the platinum now.
Nice. Yeah, so I've just finished that, and I just don't know what to play at minute. I know obviously Crimson Desert, which I've got pre-ordered, comes out next week, but I'm just like in limbo now. Like what to play for a week.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I mean, I tend to play what I'm doing in real life, which is weird. Like at the minute, I'm redecorating my house and I'm playing House Flipper. Like, just I don't really know why. It's just like therapy, I guess.
More therapeutic on the game, though, unfortunately.
If I like hop on Twitch or TikTok and I see Dan's playing like Call of Duty, I'm leaving the country.
Well, I want one of my days to be like a competitive day on me streaming going forward. So it's gonna be like a FIFA or a Rocket League or Fortnite even. Like I want it to be like, you know, Dan actually becomes a good gamer.
Which one would you choose to play at minute though? Out of all of them that's out there, which one would you physically want to play?
All of the online games to actually like that I think I could actually get quite good at. Probably COD, because like back in the day I was like bloody good at COD.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't amazing, but I remember that, like, you know, I remember there was one time, it was around the time, not even that back in the day, it was like the new Modern Warfare. And because I loved the campaign so much, I played the online, and I remember they used to do shipment 24/7. And I just I'd rinse and repeat that. And I remember I had one match, and because it's so close quarters, this isn't as impressive as it sounds, but it's still all right. I had one match where I think I got like 103 kills and 4 deaths.
Bloody hell.
But that was like, I started in a corner, someone ran past me, bang. I ran a bit, bang. Oh, I got a kill streak, let's get him. Oh, I got another one. And it just kind of snowballed. But yeah, I'd love to. Close quarters COD, I like. Warzone, not a chance.
I like Warzone when it first came. Were it like 2020 it first came out when COVID?
Yeah, it was perfect time and that. I don't know how if you planned that, but
I did enjoy that when it came out on there, but because everyone else, because no one had anything to do, and everyone were playing it. I thought it were good because I think one of the better CODs that I think me and my friends have played recently is Cold War. I know it got a bit of stick, but I thought Cold War was good.
I loved Cold War.
That's one it passed me by, that one.
Really?
Cold War, yeah. I have wanted to pick up though.
I haven't played new one though. Is it Black Ops 7? New one?
I can't believe we're on Black Ops 7.
Oh no.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
The actual game is a joke, but yeah. It's an actual joke, mate. So my partner absolutely loves COD, and she prefers playing on the PS5. So we've both got a PS5 and we've both got an Xbox. And I was like, oh look, we get it on Game Pass, and she was like, nah, let's buy it on PS5. So we did.
Yeah.
And we started playing the what do you call it? The campaign. And it was the biggest pile of shit I had ever played in my life. Like, I legitimately don't know how someone could sit there and look at like the campaigns of all previous CODs and go, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make people throw a giant machete at the boss.
I saw that. I've seen that on a TikTok clip.
I'm like, who thought this was good? Like, anyway, but yeah.
It's silly, isn't it? Yeah. I think I spoke about it before, but I traded in Modern Warfare 3 after having it for 3 days. Yeah, because the campaign, I remember I played the first mission and I think it was like all stealthy and like it's like, oh, this is like, you know, the house mission in the first one that was dead stealthy, and you know, one of the best missions in modern CODs.
Yeah.
Like I think quite objectively people agree that that's one of the best missions.
100%.
And the fact that it was all like proper tactics and things like that. And then I played that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a brilliant COD. They've gone back to that, brilliant. And then the second mission, you like dropped in like it's Warzone. And I literally, I ran around and I couldn't do it because I was like, well, Captain Price is talking to me, but where is he? Like, why am I here on my own? Why? You know, it just didn't make sense. Like,
well, Modern Warfare 3 the one where like everyone would jump, like you could jump around, right? Or was that a different one? Was that
I don't know.
Advanced Warfare? Was it Advanced Warfare?
Where you could like run on walls.
Yeah. That's where I just that's where I checked out when it started doing that.
Yeah. The thing is, right? The funny thing about COD is I remember COD. Don't get me wrong, I still play it, right? But I remember COD being controversial just throughout its lifetime, right? But it used to be controversial because it will do controversial things in the campaign, like no Russian, and stuff like that. And now it's controversial because they're just giving us shit. It's just like £70 here. It could have been a DLC. It literally could have been a DLC.
Yeah, and they churn it out every year, don't they? And it's like, why people keep buying it, I do not know.
I don't know. I say this. I guarantee you, come November, you'll see me.
You'll get it.
Yeah, 110%.
Oh dear. Right.
Oh,
have I done my hot take? I can't remember.
No, you haven't.
No. Okay, so I was thinking about it, and my one is, well, I've got two, but I'll stick to one. You can never have too many RPGs.
Yeah, no, you can't. I don't think. Everyone loves RPGs, I think.
Yeah, I think because that to me is what gaming should be. Is that it lets me do things that I might not necessarily be able to do in real life. So like if GTA 6 comes out and goes, it's got RPG elements, I'm like, fucking get in. You know, like even like the new Assassin's Creeds, and I know they have the Assassin's Creed label, you take away the Assassin's Creed label, they are very good games. You know, they are good RPGs. Kingdom Come Deliverance, obviously, I'm going to say that one. Poetic, till you played it, mate. Till you played it, don't judge, don't knock it. There's a reason the second one was nominated for Game of the Year.
I haven't played the first one though. Is the first one as good as the second one?
Gameplay wise, no.
Yeah.
Mechanics. The second one is gameplay wise what the first one should have been, because they like a bit like the Switch conversation we were having before, because they have the money to make it as good as they wanted it to. But the first one for me is like, I don't know whether it's just the first one, but it's the story I feel is better. So whenever I do like my best games of all time, Kingdom Come Deliverance will always be above Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Just for me personally, because the glitchiness and the gameplay can become a little. I don't care too much. The actual story of it, I think's amazing. You might struggle going backwards because the gameplay of the second one's so good and the mechanics are so good, but it's mainly like the combat is better in the second one.
Did you go backwards or did you play the first one first?
No, I was I heard about the game, and I remember it was at like a 20-second clip, and it was a guy called ESO on YouTube, and he does like loads of Skyrim videos. He loves RPGs, and I remember the clip was, right, I've just unlocked this quest. It hasn't told me where I need to go. I've got to go figure it out. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit of me. And I don't think I got it day one, but it was, one of those like you wish list it, and you kind of go, oh, that's out. Oh, that's out. Okay, I'll get it. And then I got it, and I was like, oh my god, this is one of the best games I've ever played. And now it's the best game I've ever played. I love it. I love it. Poetic's just sinking into his corner. Like, no, we're becoming a Kingdom Come
Every week. Every
bloody week. Wait, what was your hot take? RPGs are...
Yeah, you can't have too many RPGs.
Do you know what? I agree. I cannot play RPGs. Only because it takes over my life, and...
You have said this before, to be fair.
Yeah, I can't. So like Crimson Desert looks absolutely fucking phenomenal. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I'll wait and see, right? And if someone's like, oh yeah, it can be done in 20 hours, cool, I'll pick it up. But then if they like 70 hours, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna take up my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think by the looks of things, I think it's definitely going to be I'd say 50 hours, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be one of those games where like there'll be the main story. You'll do like the kind of the few opening things, and the map will just go boom. Here's everything else that you can do. Have fun.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the Digital Foundry video, right? And I don't know if you've watched it, but John was like, he was like, oh yeah, like I was walking and then I randomly came across a circus and stuff, and then I started attacking people, and then they started attacking me, and I was like this isn't even part of the main story. Like he's literally just like, and I was like, I absolutely cannot play this game.
I'm sure, I don't know whether it might be from the same video or whatever, but I saw I think it were a tweet or someone put out, and it took someone 4 hours just to go around the map.
Yeah. I've seen that as well. Like, yeah, it's just, yeah. I need, basically what needs to happen is this needs to become a full-time job, and then I have every reason to sit down and play the games I actually want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it when I get to a point where a bit of money comes into my account from like, Twitch or whatever, and then I can buy a game and put it down as a business expense. It's like, yes. But that is like, I'll get like a tenner a month if they get average out to. So it's like 2 games a year or something. But it's still 2 games a year, so I'm happy.
That's the dream, to be paid even if it is a tenner. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Okay, shall we move on to quickfire questions?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So we touched on your favorite gaming memory. What is your favorite content memory so far?
Being on this podcast?
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. Keep that written down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one of the videos I did the other week was on Baldur's Gate 3, which basically I just asked for help on one of the bosses, and that got quite a lot of feedback and stuff. And I enjoyed it, like actually having conversations with people about the game that I was playing. Because a lot of the time it's like the odd comment here. I think that one got like maybe 100 and some. Obviously, like you were saying earlier, half of them's me responding, but it got quite a lot of comments and stuff, and I enjoyed like the back and forth with people. So
yeah, is that something you want to do? I know these meant to be quick fire, but it's our podcast. I don't really care. Is that something you're going to do like more of, kind of the more discussion type videos?
I'll try and definitely get some in. I think there's only. I always feel like there's only a certain few games that you can do that with.
Yeah.
So it's if you're just playing like I don't know FIFA or something like that, you can't really open a discussion out. But when it's something that like a big game like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever, that a lot of people have got a lot of different experiences with, I think that's where the discussion opens up a bit more.
Yeah. One thing I like about Baldur's Gate 3 is that like I could have a conversation with you and you could be like, "Oh, did you do this bit and stuff?" And I was like, "I didn't even know that was in the game." Like, you know, I remember there's a bit where you jump over a bridge and you end up in like some demon's lair or something like that. And I remember getting to that point and going, "I am far too low a level for this," and I restarted the game. Like,
Did you?
I was like, this isn't it for me.
Yeah.
I still haven't completed Baldur's Gate.
I think I'm near the end, but I've still not fully completed it.
Yeah, it's one of them. You kind of, if you don't play it for a bit, you have to restart it because you've lost all where you are. I feel.
I think the first playthrough I'm on, I think I've been on it maybe like 70 odd hours or something like that, and I think I've still got two of the final bosses left. So it's a massive, considering it's like not your normal pricing for a big AAA game. I don't know whether it is classed as AAA, but I thought for the amount of hours that you actually get out of it, it's good value for money.
Yeah.
Okay. Best console. I think you've already answered this already, but you can answer it again.
PS3.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people would say that, to be honest. I think that's quite rare. I think it either, for a lot of people, it'd be like if it was going to be PlayStation, it'd be 1 or 2 or 5. I think are the ones that they'd say. For me, it's 2, but
I think that's more like memory bias, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially through school, that was the console that we had. So that's the console that I probably played most of, if you know what I mean. So that's probably why it sticks in my memory more than others.
Did you ever have to do open heart surgery on your PS3? Like
No.
I had to take the top of it off because it had overheat. Like I'd take
like a jet fighter.
Yeah, but it'd work. It'd work as long as the top was off. Otherwise, it'd overheat.
Yeah,
no, I've never had to do that. No.
No.
Are you about the big chunky one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get mine basically to the motherboard and like have a heat gun and like thing, and then it worked for a while. Then it happened again, so my mum at the time said, "Oh, you're doing well at school or at uni." I can't remember. I think I was at uni, and she was like, "Yeah, go get yourself a new PS3 because I know how much it means to you." And I was like, "Oh my days."
That's nice.
Yeah. It is. It's the last time she's ever bought me something. So, Mum, if you're listening.
I love how you're saying that. You're saying that the day before Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually very true.
Yeah.
Mum, I'll buy you a PS5.
And this goes out the day after Mother's Day, so she won't see it either. Oh dear.
We've touched on the best console. What would be your dream game?
And this could be like anything. Like it doesn't have to be a franchise. It could be like anything you want.
As in like a new game that that's not out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I know obviously it's coming out, but I do like is it Intergalactic? Is that the new Naughty Dog one? That one looks a bit of me. That's it. Yeah. That one looks a bit of me. I think I'd have to say that one. When it's coming out, I don't know, but might be next year.
Do you know what? Yeah, just Naughty Dog, right? If they don't release a game, if that doesn't drop on the PS5, yeah, then I don't know what they're doing, because you've missed an entire generation. Like,
yeah.
The games themselves look well, aren't they?
It is mad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Top 3 games of all time.
God of War 3 in third. Heavy Rain. Okay. Oh no. I'll go Claire Obscure second.
Oh.
And then I'll go Heavy Rain first. I am a massive Heavy Rain fan, so we'll go Heavy Rain first.
Fair.
Wow.
And then, very last question. Have you got any questions for us to end on?
Ooh.
And this can be anything. It can be about the podcast, it can be about games, anything you want.
Do you enjoy making the podcast? Like what length of time would be an ideal episode, would you think, for a podcast?
For us personally, or for
for you, for you personally. So you listen to your podcast, and at what point do you think that's the perfect time for a podcast?
I think for me, I've been listening to a lot of Coach Marv and Champion the Gamer, because I tend to stick with one podcast and binge it. So I've got Coach Marv, then I'm going to do 30 something gamers, and then I'm going to do Pixel Pals. That's the order I'm going. So, and a lot of Coach Marvs fluctuate, but they always end up around an hour and a half on average. So I would go, for me personally, an hour and a half, but that's to listen back to. But to actually sit and talk and do this 3 hours plus, I could sit here and talk to people for so long. I absolutely love it, because I don't have a lot of people in real life that are that into gaming. And I think it's one of the reasons my missus lets me do all this. Not lets me. That's the wrong word. But
definitely lets him do this.
No. But do you know what I mean? Is more than happy for me to take a fairly good chunk of time out of my week to dedicate to doing this, because she's like, at least I'm not bothering her about it.
So yeah, no. I'm of a similar opinion to Dan. For me, I think we've experimented. We've had episodes that are 40 minutes long, and that felt as long. I think our longest episode was with 8-Bit Barber, which was over 2.5 hours long.
Jesus.
But it felt as long as the 40-minute one, or as short as the 40-minute one.
I got told off on that 8-Bit Barber one afterwards. Honestly, we have plans that I completely forgot about.
Do you know what? That explains why there was a gap of 2 episodes. Dan was just like, "No, mate."
Yeah.
Not gonna risk it.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But yeah, for me, it's again to actually sit down and record and stuff. Selfishly, as long as it takes, really. But for me to be able to digest a podcast, I'd say max an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, as many as you want.
One more. So, how do you choose people to come on the podcast? Is there a process, or is it just?
That's a good question.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, it's one of two directions. It's content creators, or it is people kind of in mainstream gaming. with the content creators, it's people who I genuinely think, would have good opinions and good conversations, but not necessarily opinions that I agree with. Because if someone comes on a podcast and is like, I agree with everything you say, it's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like I think you did, like I've seen your stuff here and there, but I think you tagged me in a video like a few weeks ago.
Yes, it were. I can't remember what it were now. It were.
I don't think I actually replied to that, so I do apologise.
It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry.
I will do. I will get round to it. That might be a video that goes up today, actually. But yeah, it's people that like interact with us, and in the space, and also I kind of like look at Coach Marv and other people that are like inspirations, because Coach Marv's like, it's guest. So like if there's interest in, not trying to copy obviously, but if there's an interesting person that I think, oh, they'd be quite good, I quite like to have a sit down conversation with them. I'd like to ask different questions or the same question in a different way. I'm like, yeah, that would be good. And then people in mainstream media are just people that I like think are really cool, like James Beaumont. Like that was like one of my dream guests, to have someone from a video game, just period, and then to have someone from one of my favorite video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me personally.
Just so you know, and this is a bit of an exclusive, the amount of prep that Dan made us do for that episode has never happened since.
I like, I think if you actually look back on that, you can see how much I'm sweating. Like I am, but like I think because that was like, I don't know about you, Poetic, but that felt really out of my comfort zone, that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Purely because, like, take the game, like he was in a game, away from it. Like this was someone who, he's been in film, he's been in EastEnders, like he is, there is a level of fame there, and it was the fact that he decided to come on the podcast for free. We were lucky enough that we didn't have to pay him, or that email's been lost somewhere.
Invoice has gone into junk.
Yeah. But it was cool to have someone of that caliber on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you've got Haley, who was a developer on Mindside. That was a really cool discussion. But I think we both kind of in agreement that we want to get more females on, because like, and it's only natural, like stereotypically, games, more men tend to game than women. So it's more likely that we would have, more men coming on the podcast than women. So we want to try and, be a bit more diverse as much as we possibly can in the future.
Yeah. And mine is quite selfish in a way. Like I just want to have discussions with, again, like Dan mentioned, like people that I think are cool, inspirational, or like I literally feel like I can learn something from them. And it's not a bias towards like, oh, this person's got 20,000 followers or whatnot. Like it's literally like, this person either makes cool content or has really cool takes. Let's try.
My head's just growing a little bit.
Yeah, well that's it.
No, but it's true. But it is that is true.
Yeah.
The thing, one thing that like I do as well, we want, like, because as cringe as it sounds, this podcast is kind of like mine and Poetic's baby. That sounds weird, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Put that one in your LinkedIn bio.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. If Poetic says Good Game Dan had a baby, this is what it would look like.
I'm so glad my girlfriend doesn't listen to this.
She'd be constantly like on my comments, go, "Why are you saying this? Why are you saying that?"
Yeah.
But I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, we want, like, people that would, represent our brand well. So like,
Yeah.
say there was, and this hasn't happened so far, but say there was someone that made look like they made really good content, and it was really funny, really good, and then I went onto their page, and the last 50 posts that they've done is like a Japanese game with loads of girls in bikinis, and that type of thing, and you're just a bit like, it's a bit odd. Might not be the type of person we want on this
Yeah.
podcast. You know what I mean? Like we do vet a little bit, but if you're cool, you're engaging, and you've liked games, then you're gonna be on the podcast at some point. I like to
Hopefully.
think so, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have like not like a list, like a physical list, but we have like a good thing in our head of like probably about 10 people that are on our radar at the
Yeah.
minute that we have either asked that it's in the works, or we would like to put the wheels in motion and ask them. Because sometimes what you'll find is you'll be kind of scrolling on the FYP, or on Twitch, and you'll find someone, and you'll jump in and be like, oh, these would be really good on the podcast. But you don't want that to be your first message that you send. Could you come on our podcast, please? Because they're always going to say no. So you have to, grease the wheels a little bit, shall we say, to try and, get them on the podcast.
When you're watching content, then is that like a little switch in your mind where it's like it could be good for the podcast, or?
Yeah, not necessarily. Like, obviously that thought of like, oh, this will be good for the podcast comes in, but it's more of like, they seem cool, I want to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And like, because it really doesn't matter, like there's people on the radar at the minute who have like 5,000 followers on Twitch, and then there's people who have 5 to 1,000 followers on whatever. And that, like, some of our best episodes are with people who have less of a following, just because they have. I don't mean this in any like way. Their following tends to be a bit more like community, if that makes sense, like rather
Yeah.
than dispersed. And because some people who have like 100,000 followers, some of the followers that followed them 5 years ago have just clicked follow and don't really turn up anymore, and that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just people that I think, oh, could have a nice conversation with them, and I'd like to have that conversation as well.
Good.
Anything from you, Poetic? Or
No, I think you've covered that succinctly.
Sorry, I felt like I was in an interview then, and I had to get into an express. I apologise. Gonna start asking me what animal I'd be, things like that.
No, do you know what? For me, it's like I will. So, like, in my head right now, I have a list of content creators that I would love to have on the podcast, right? But I say that as in, like, these are people that have millions of followers. Like, making video game content is their full-time job, right? And that is a list that I have. When I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I would love to have them on. But in terms of like, that I would say smaller creators, not really, right? It wouldn't, like, I don't watch their content thinking, oh yeah, I would love to have you on. It would be maybe like after like maybe like 5 videos of theirs that have popped up, and they've got like really cool takes, or they've got something about them, or like they've got a cool collection, and I genuinely like will find myself actually wanting to type a question out in the comments, and I'm like, do you know what, actually let me see if they'll come on the podcast, because it's not just one question I want to ask. I've got a list of questions, and I'd rather just ask it
in a big discussion sort of scenario.
Yeah. And it's more fun as well.
Yeah.
It feels like, like, even though we're not, it feels like we're meeting you now, and we see like the person behind the shorts and behind the YouTube videos and things
Yeah.
like that. And like as I say, like I hope you don't take any offense to this, but I didn't really kind of watch every video that you put out.
No, yeah.
You pop in here and there, which is great. But like after having this discussion, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on what you're doing and
Yeah.
seeing where you go with this thing.
Yeah. I think it's like that's the thing where like you can go off into tangents and stuff like that and have a proper discussion. Whereas if you just type in one question out, it might just be one line answer and that's it. I think this is a better place to have a proper discussion, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, and with that, I think we should sign off.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Dolly, do you want to? That's all right, mate. Thank you for spending, mate, the best part of a couple of hours with us on a random Saturday evening.
My first podcast appearance, so that's checked off on the CV. So thank you very much for that.
It's all right.
No worries.
It's been a pleasure.
For the watchers and listeners, do you just want to tell them where they can find you and stuff?
Yeah. So on TikTok, it's Dolly Plays. And that's also on YouTube as well. And I think it's Dolly Plays 1 over on Twitch. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
nice.
Not a problem.
All right, I'm terrible at this. I'm so bad at signing off.
You're not.
Well, I've lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't.
All right.
Keep it going.
Well, listeners and watchers, thank you so much for spending the best part of a couple of hours with us. Our guest today has been Dolly Plays. Honestly, thank you so much for spending the time with us. It's been brilliant, honestly. And you'll definitely be on more podcasts after this, I'm sure.
100%.
Thank you.
That's the power that we have. I'm only messing.
Just don't forget us when you on the bigger podcast. Yeah, just
that's it.
This is always the special place in my heart. This place, the first one.
Cool. I'm glad. But yeah, thank you so much. And as always, gamers, happy
gaming.